All right, y'all, welcome back to Philly D's Garage. So today it's gonna be a quick video on my two Buick Regals and how they've aged over the last 25 years. Now this one is a 2001 and the gray one is a 2000. All right, so basically I'm just going to focus on how the exterior held up and how the interior held up, or I should say how how they didn't hold up. So I'm not going to focus on like the regular everyday rocks and chips hitting it or scratches and stuff like that. I just want to focus on the main things that go wrong with these cars that people that have these cars, they already know about it. So let's get right into it. The obvious thing on this car that's been bothering me for years is this rocker panel. I've seen them come off on other Regals before, but I don't remember why mine or how mine came off. I think it was originally leaning off somehow, and then one day I was driving and the whole thing just fell off. So but it's still hanging over here. I had tape on this originally because I couldn't find a clip that'll hold this thing in here. So I had tape on there and then I took the tape off. So I'll probably just put a tapping screw somewhere in here or on the side. I didn't really want to drill into it or screw into it, but I'm just gonna bite the bullet and do it now. But it's been like that for like 10 years, to be honest with y'all. The other thing that's pretty obvious on these cars is the trim. If y'all can see how this trim is, this trim been like this for years. It's crazy because like I said, I'm gonna show y'all the difference between this car and the other car. Now look at this trim. This trim is completely peeled off and it's still continually pulling off. So what I might do with that is I might pull it all off and then Plasti-Dip it. I really don't know, but on the GS, it still looks brand new. Certain spots are starting to peel off, but you know, it looked way better than this one. I don't know why. Now this car is a 2001 and the gray one is a 2000. So they're both literally the same age, just 1 year difference. And I've had them maybe 5 or 6 years apart. I had this in 06 and I had the gray one since 2011, I believe, 2010, 2011. So the rocker panels, I guess I could say that was more my fault, but the trim is definitely something that goes wrong with these cars. Also, the wiper blades, the arm, they usually start peeling. I think on a Buick, on a GS, I Plasti-Dipped those already. But as you can see, the original paint then peeled off. Also with these cars, this roof trim starts to peel up. Now, ironically, on this car, I've never had to deal with these on this car. As you can see, it's still down like factory, which is crazy because on the GS, that's the only thing that's wrong with the GS, is that roof trim. Now I redid that trim on a Buick. I got a video on that, y'all could check it out, but all I did was peel this up and I Plasti-Dipped the inside of it. You really can't tell that I did it, kind of look factory. Another thing with these cars is they got issues with the headlights. They always go foggy, and the fog lights, they always get foggy too. But another thing with these cars, over time, the paint start to peel off. There's random spots on this car where the paint is literally peeling off. It's just a thing that these cars go through. Got the fade right here, it's fading. I mean, that's pretty much it. The pinstripes on here is fading off. They've been fading off. Now in the Buick GS, the gray one, I don't know, like 15 years ago, I took this paint strip off and I used oven cleaner, the stuff you clean your oven with, and it peels this stuff right off. without messing up your paint. So if y'all want to try that, y'all can do that. That's pretty much it with these Regals, man. And also, I've had about 3 or 4 sets of rims on this car. So as y'all can see, this 20-inch sign been on this car since '06, and I've been through about 4 sets of rims. So these rims came off the GS, the gray one, because they was originally on the gray car. I put them on here a while back, so the 20-inch rims are no longer on this car, and I'll probably never put them back, even though I like the way they look. But yeah, that's about it for the outside. So let's go on the inside. All right, so here we are in the inside. So first of all, you can check out the seat. Y'all see how beat up this seat is. It's all messed up. I mean, this happens to a lot of cars if you drive it a lot. I'll just peel this off. But yeah, the seats start to mess up. So years back, I put these covers on here. Got a rip there. I don't even know how that happened. Somebody got some strong ass shoulders or something. The back seat is the back seat. Usually the back seat ain't that bad in most cars. Only my kids sit in here when they get in here. Passenger seat ain't nowhere near as bad as the driver's seat. So let's get in here. So that's one thing wrong with the interior. The rear view mirror on these cars always come off. I don't know why, but I've done this mirror at least 4 or 5 times in this car. I don't know. You could say I've been doing it wrong. They just fall off. At least with my car. Another thing with this car, this dash is starting to pill up right here. It's actually been doing that for years now. So that's actually a common thing with 3800s, W body cars, you know, Pontiacs, Grand Prix. It's kind of common. The Buick LeSabres. Another common issue with these cars is the cluster. The clusters always go bad. I've probably done this cluster at least 4 or 5 times. I replaced the whole thing. I've also repaired the motherboard in the back of this a couple times. It's just a bunch of resistors, and you got to solder them back on. Another thing, now you could say this is just, you could say I caused this. I don't know if this is a common thing for these cars, but this thing is all wicky wacky. This thing here was broke off. I actually just swapped this out yesterday. This thing right here, this cup holder, I think this thing broke way back in San Diego, but that's all jacked up. Another issue with these cars is the roof liner sometimes come apart. Mine is pretty decent in here, but in the GS, I'll show you how bad that is in there. So it's crazy how one of my cars have certain issues that the other one don't have, and then the other one have issues that the other one don't have. It's kind of weird. And they both literally like the same age, but they literally aged totally different from each other. It's kind of crazy. So I think that's about it for the interior. That's about it. I'm missing a thing here. I got it, but I don't know where it's at. But yeah, those are the common issues with these cars. So let me pull in the GS and show y'all how that one looks. All right, y'all. So I pulled in the GS. It's actually raining outside, so that's one of the reasons why I didn't do these side by side, because it's raining. So so right off top, I'm gonna start with the trim. As y'all can see, this trim is in way better condition. You got a few parts that are starting to split, but that just started happening recently. You got little marks, little pieces up here that's trying to peel off. This car just looked better, man, inside and out. I don't know how or why, but it just does. And I meant to tell you on the LS, the other Regal, the L actually came off. As you can see on here, I got both the letters on this car. I can see the trim on this side is in good condition. It's not peeling or nothing on this side. I don't understand. Both these cars are inside or outside cars the entire time I had them. Me right now I don't have the car covers on either one of them, but kind of get tired of taking them on and off. Y'all can see this trim up here that I did a while back. I Plasti-Dipped it. You really can't tell that it's been Plasti-Dipped. It actually looked like the trim is in there, but it's not. All right, now look at the windshield wiper arms. I actually Plasti-Dipped these years back too, and look like they peeled off a little bit, but they look way better than the LS. Everything on this car just looks better than the LS. I don't know why. Okay, got the trim on this car, didn't come off or nothing. All right, let's go back to this side real quick. Everything just looks better on this car, man. Both sides, and this car was hit like 3 times since I've been back in Philly, and each time it's been hit on this side, and in the front it's been hit. But I mean, the car overall just looked way cleaner than the LS. So it's crazy. It kind of shows you how 2 cars can age totally different within the same amount of time. It's kind of crazy. So let's go inside real quick and look at the inside. The inside is also immaculate compared to that car. You know what I mean? I got a few, actually this little rip here been here since I got the car. So that's not even from me. But even after I done had the car for over, what is it? I don't know how many years, since 2011 or whatever, I haven't done no damage to this interior at all. Actually I did, I'll tell y'all in a second. But as y'all can see, this interior is just, it even feels better. Like I could just relax in here. It's just, I mean, it's just clean. Nothing's messed up. My cup holders work. You know what I mean? I mean, this car been driven way less. I meant to show y'all the one that I took off the LS is over there on the thing. All right, here's the other armrest right here. I meant to show y'all that, but you can see it's all beat up. I don't know how this happens to an armrest. Don't ask me, but it's like it's literally coming apart from off the piece itself. It's kind of crazy, but I changed that. I told y'all that. Everything in here is just in way better condition than the other car. It's crazy. The cluster work. I did change the cluster in this car once or twice. But it is what it is. That's just a problem that these cars have. But everything is crazy. Everything in here is just like brand new compared to that car. Now, what I messed up in this car was this headliner. One day it was I think it was wet or something, and I think I left the sunroof open, and my dumb ass tried to heat up the I tried to dry it with my heat gun. And I was actually talking while I was doing it, and I left the heat gun in the spot too long, and I actually put a hole right here. Bam! I put a hole in the damn thing, and all this kind of got messed up from the rain getting through because I had left it open, and it kind of messed up my headliner. Oh shit! I just got some shit in my eye. Fuck. And but back here it started coming down a little bit by itself. So I don't have nothing to do with that, but it's happening in this car, not the other one. So it's kind of weird. And up here on the dash is not coming up at all like the other one. It's perfect. It's not coming up, as y'all can see. You know what I mean? So over the years, I don't know, this car just aged way better than the other one. So it's kind of interesting to me of how 2 cars can age totally different, but they did. So I just wanted to share that with you guys and show y'all the difference of how 2 cars of the same age can literally age different. It's kind of crazy. Another thing I mentioned from the LS, this car don't really have no paint that's peeling off anywhere or fading. Like, it's just, I think these marks here, because this car was sitting in my yard, you know, when I first moved here for a while. It was just sitting there, and all the tree, the weeds and stuff was just, the car was just sitting in grass. So it got some marks on here that I really never got out or could get out. But I mean, other than that, this car shows you, you know, how a car can stay in good condition opposed to aging. So my grill kind of fading. I had this grill in here for I don't know how many years. I got other grills. I don't do stuff like I used to do and play with my little exterior modifications like I used to. But you know, it is what it is. But I mean, the car still look good. You gotta expect your car to age and get marks on it at some point. But you know, for the most part, both of them still look good. You know what I mean? And they still my favorite cars, man. So yeah, we got some pilling up here too. You know what I mean? But like something like this trim stuff, you have issues with that. Little things you can do to make your car, enhance your car, make it look better, or to fix an issue. If you're having one, you could do something like that, Plasti-Dip it. Y'all can check that video out. This car got visors on it. The other one don't. So I'll probably put some visors on there. This windshield is tinted. So maybe that has something to do with why this dash is not coming up, because the sun is not, you know, beaming on the dash all day. But this window only been tinted for like 3 years now. So I don't think that's really the reason why the other one is coming up, because that dash been coming up since, I think, even before I left San Diego, and that was in 2014, 2015. So these two cars literally just aged different, and it's really interesting to me. So yeah, it was just a quick video just showing y'all how two cars can age. So yeah, if y'all got any, you know, situations or cars that's aging differently or the same way my two cars did, let me know in the comments. Other than that, that's all I got for today. So if you like the video, hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll check you on the next one.